Hello and welcome to this edition of Ask Chauntel. I'm Chauntel and I'm here to give you relationship advice, family advice, dating advice, fashion advice, whatever kind of advice you need. You can check me out on YouTube. It's youtube.com/askchauntel, myspace.com/askchauntel, and that email address that you can email me any questions or concerns you have. My email address is askchauntel@gmail.com. That's askchauntel@gmail.com. And today, the video is going to be entitled Sugar and Spice and Everything Nice. I got a question in from Mel, and this is her question. I'm going to read it to you. It says, I've never been good with guys. I have friends, but I've never had a long-term boyfriend. What are some things I could do to attract a boyfriend or find a boyfriend, etc.? She says she watched the What's Your Flavor video, and she says she knows what she wants, but she's had a hard time getting it. So she's asked a few questions in here, so I'm going to cover all the bases. First of all, Mel, let me tell you, when you say you've never been good with guys, don't be so hard on yourself, because every guy is different. So every relationship you come into contact with, every person you come into contact with is going to be a different person. So the right guy for you to have as your boyfriend, maybe you just haven't met him yet. So don't think that it's just you not being good with guys. Another thing is with having friends. I know that happens a lot. Sometimes you might actually like a guy, but he ends up being your friend. The way you can deal with that is, from the beginning, if you're interested in the guy, you don't want to actually tell him that, okay, because that could just make the whole relationship awkward. But what you do want to do is maybe put a little flirtatiousness in there, but don't flirt with him so that he can point it out, especially if he doesn't like you back. That could be bad for you, because then he might end up hurting your feelings. So don't do that. But when I say that, I might mean, you know, a really cliche example or a really corny example is when you batter your eyelashes, or give him a wink, something like that, just to see how he responds to it. That body language is going to tell you more than anything else. So basically what I'm saying, just find your own way. We're all different, so it depends on how you talk to people. Find your own way to flirt, but don't flirt, just flirt a little bit so where you don't put yourself out there. So what you need to think about is, what kind of guy are you looking for? So if you're looking for a long-term relationship, then you're going to need to find a guy that's not just trying to be with you for how you look. You don't want to find a guy that's just trying to be with you for what he can get from you. So the kind of guy that you're looking for is the kind of guy that is trying to do something with his life, the kind of guy that has something going for himself. But if you're looking for that kind of guy, you also got to be bringing something to the table, because when you have a relationship, it's give and take. So if you find a great guy like that, you have to also be a great girl, because you want to attract him. So basically what I'm saying is, you got to find out who you are, and once you find that out, you need to start to do your own thing. Because a lot of times when people get into long-term relationships, they lose themselves, and the other person gets completely sucked out. It's like a tick on your arm. You know, a tick. It's a animal, or not animal. It's like an insect that sucks your blood. Okay, kind of think like a vampire. If one person is giving everything and the other person doesn't have anything going for themselves, then it's like they're like a tick and they're just sucking you dry. You know, both of you guys need to have something going for yourself. Have a hobby, be going to school, have a job, whatever the case may be. So you want a guy that's doing something, and you want to be doing something as well, and that's what's going to make a long-term relationship work. You need that element. Of course there's other things, but you definitely need that element. So some things that you put here that you want tips on how to attract guys. So let me give you a few tips. Be classy. Be a classy lady. Because as much as these guys are talking about the girls, the hoochie mama girls, that's not the kind of girl that they want for their girlfriend. And it's definitely not the kind of girl they're going to want for a long-term girlfriend. Okay? So be classy, but you also want to be attractive. You know, dress nice. They want to have a girl that they can show off. So, you know, dress nice. But still be classy. You don't have to have everything hanging out, you know, to attract a guy. Because the kind of guy you're going to attract when you dress that way is not the kind of guy that you want. Don't be clingy, especially since you haven't had a long-term relationship. We tend to get so attached to the person that we're just like, we always want to be talking to them all the time, and you don't want to do that because you'll just scare them away. Don't be a nag, because the guys always talk about us being nags. So just kind of give him his space, you know. Try not to be dramatic. It's part of our feminine thing, but try not to be dramatic. Be interesting. Guys like something that's going to keep them going. Just like we like guys that laugh. Guys like a girl that's interesting, intrigues him. Somebody that's smart. So study up. You know, they like girls that can challenge their mind and thinking. One thing I'll say is what I've kind of already said before, but sexiness does not last, okay? So that's not what you're looking for. You're not looking for somebody that's just into you for your looks, but who likes you and loves you as for who you are as a person entirely. And so you're looking to attract that right guy, not just any guy. Also, be interested in what he's interested in. Even if, like, for example, for me, I don't know too much about sports, okay? But if the guy that I'm with, if he likes sports, then I'll talk to him about sports. Just because you want him to be interested in what you like, even though you guys don't have to have the same, you don't want the same interest, but at least, like, acknowledge the fact that he has other interests. So give him space. Don't call him continuously, the whole not clingy thing. Guys like the chase. So if you want to keep a guy, give him the chase, okay? But you don't want to run too far, because if you run too far, he doesn't know how to get you back. And plus, guys don't get hints, just so you know. They don't get hints, at least not most of them. And don't kind of let him find you, okay? But if you do see a guy that you're interested in and you want to talk to him, then kind of drop a few bombs, letting him know that you're interested in him, but don't do it so much where he knows everything. Like, don't just like pour your heart out until you know how he feels about you. The thing you need to find out, is the guy interested in you? And once you have a guy that's interested in you, then you can go from there. If there's a guy at school that you like, or at work, or whatever the case may be, and you don't know him, the best way to start talking to him is just to say hi. And then one day, how are you doing? And then you start up a conversation, and that's just how that goes. And instead of going straight to friends, if you like the guy, you want to kind of flirt a little bit, see how he reacts to you. And then when you feel comfortable enough to tell him how you feel, or just a little bit of how you feel, don't pour your heart out, like I said, because you will get hurt if he doesn't like you back, or you might scare him away if he does like you. So just cool on that. But these are the things that you need for a long-term relationship. So be classy, not trashy. Be interesting, you know. Don't be a nag. Have something going for yourself. And look for a guy that has the qualities that you expect for him to have. The qualities that you expect for him to have, you should also have yourself. And that way, that's how you're going to keep a long-term relationship. Now, when you get in a long-term relationship, which you do to keep one, that's a whole nother video. But I hope that I answered your question, Mel, and let me know how it goes. Don't rush it. You know, just let it happen when it happens. You don't want to drive yourself crazy. Trust and believe, when the right guy for you comes along, you'll know it. But these are the kind of things that you will want to do to attract guys. So you guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at askchauntel@gmail.com. That is ASKCHAUNTEL. Check out that MySpace and check out that YouTube. And I will be back very soon.